Greetings, family. What's going on? This is David back again with Biohack Yourself Media. Today, we're here with the lovely Blanca, who just did this incredible podcast called "The Laws of Life" with our friend Mike Owen here, and Zohir that invited me out today. And it was a phenomenal podcast, and you spoke about so many amazing topics. How to kind of like level up in your business and make sure you're around the right networks of people. And I got a message about your network is your net worth, and a lot of different amazing messages that you shared. And I also had a friend that invited me here besides here, but two other friends that have been on the podcast before that invited me. So goes to show your name spreads around in the community. So I would love to hear if you can share a little bit about yourself and what it is you do and how you got started with this.
Sure. Well, my name's Blanca. I'm actually an attorney of 30 years in addition to being the founder of the Laws of Life platform. And my mission is to connect the world through media and entertainment. So I've been doing the Tuesday Laws of Life talk show for about 6 years. And now recently we're here at the 227 Studios. They just sponsored a new podcast, which will be a longer interview, 2.5 to 3 hours. And then we also do our Laws of Business show on Thursdays out of this studio. So I love creating media, but really what I truly love is bringing people together. That's what gives me true joy.
Wow, I can tell. I mean, you brought a lot of people to this podcast. Like, I don't think I've ever seen so many people in one room just to watch a podcast like that. So very interesting stuff. I would love if you can share as well about, how you got started with this and, what was the intention behind it.
Sure. Well, it actually started off with the chapter of darkness because actually, at one point in my career, I was the victim of a financial crime, and my license to practice law was suspended for 3 years. And that led to my divorce, the closure of my law firm, and I basically had to start from scratch. And in my darkest moment, I said to myself, what do I really want to do that's going to make me happy? And I said, I want to be a famous talk show host. And so I started to learn how to live stream because I actually had no digital or technical skills. And so using YouTube University, I learned social media, live streaming, and now I operate all of the equipment of my show as well, all the cameras, all the machinery. And I've interviewed about 4,000 people in the last 6 years. And all, but my true mission being empowerment because everybody needs community around them to help them rise. So I'm really excited about what we're growing together as a community, and I'm having the time of my life.
So you've interviewed 4,000 people in the past 6 years. I can't even imagine like how that would even be possible. Could you explain a little bit more about that and like how that works?
Absolutely. Well, I actually trademarked the laws of life, and I created a Roku television channel. And then I also recruited other talk show hosts to also create shows. So, for example, we did a show called The Laws of Love with a relationship coach. We did The Laws of Health, The Laws of Amazing Kids, where we interviewed musicians, child musicians, singers, opera singers. So, also with a lot of the co hosts, they leveraged their connections, and I would interview their guests with them. So, that also helped increase the number of people that I got to meet in the world. And just co creating, collaboration, partnerships, also going to a lot of events. I love to interview people on the spot at events and be an MC. So that's where the ability to interview that many people came from.
Oh, yeah, it kind of reminds me of myself, but very unique angle in the way that you're doing it, which is very interesting.
Thank you.
And about your story and, going through that hard time and then making, lemons out of lemonade or lemonade out of lemons.
Yes.
That's a very great comeback story, as well. And so I'm curious about your practice and like what it is that you specifically do to help people as well in your,
Oh,
other career.
sure. So currently, well, my background, I was a litigator. I started off as a public defender in criminal defense. Contract law and entertainment law are my current areas of specialization. I was head of litigation for a publicly traded company for quite a number of years, and I managed all the litigation attorneys throughout the world. And basically, currently, I am a concierge attorney. So I take my in-house law experience and I work with a network of 75 co-counsel on any type of legal matter. So we cover anything from personal injury to litigation to entertainment to securities law, M&A, and criminal defense and family law. And so I serve as the concierge where people in the community come to me for legal help and I stay in the case as their strategist. I help drive the settlement of the case and oversee the pathway of the case while working in conjunction with the primary counsel.
Mhm. Gotcha. Very interesting. And what is it that got you really interested in going out and networking, meeting people? And I even heard you speaking in this podcast about this Eagle network that you're part of. So like very high level individuals. Like, how did it get to that point for you?
It's all been about consistency and being open to all doors opening. So, the law of yes, people invite me, I go. And how did I met Christine, who took me to the Global Eagles through an event.
Mhm,
And again, also cultivating the relationships
mhm,
through phone, through inviting people to this show, building, 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 creating trust. And then once our relationship evolved, she invited me to be a member of the Global Eagles, and I was sworn in. And there's some incredible people in that group, like Senator Silver, retired senator. The president, Mr. Avon, used to be with the House of Representatives. There's dignitaries from all foreign countries. And now just doors, more and more doors open. The more doors you go through, the
mhm.
more doors open.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's incredible. By the way, I'm definitely interested in also where your goals are at currently in terms of like where you would like to take. I mean, not only this podcast, but everything that it is that you do. Like, where would you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Well, my dream is to become famous, meaning that's a two-part definition that my name becomes instantly recognizable to the world, but for a good reason, with a vision of connecting the world so that we can all help one another grow in business and in life.
And what does that look like for you to grow in business and in life? And especially in terms of like your health, your longevity, and those type of things.
Well, I do exercise. I love the gym. I'm working more on my nutrition, so I'm hoping you'll be one of my guardian angels because it seems like you have a lot of connections
Yeah.
in the health world. But I've learned a lot about meditation. One of my shows was the laws of meditation, vision. So mentally, I've become very strong. Physically, I'm strong, but now nutritionally, now I have to evolve to the next level. So I'm
Mm.
hoping you're going to help me do
Oh.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to help for sure. And then, when you talk about growing and in business and in life, are there any other areas, that you specifically would like to see, not only for yourself, but just to help empower other people as well in those
Well, I
ways?
definitely want to do. I want to produce more events, be more on the stage, sharing my laws of life about business and marketing, help other entrepreneurs grow. I did develop a course a couple years ago called the Self-Powered Entrepreneur, which basically teaches everything I learned through my journey of getting where I am currently. I want to build more courses, and I love teaching and just continue to produce my shows, produce more shows. We also created a reality show pilot, so I'm
Mm,
hoping that that's successful. And what I've also learned though is enjoy every single day of the journey.
mhm,
I'm always aiming high, looking to find more people to help me get to those goals.
mm,
But I've also learned that being self powered and learning how to do the work yourself is a good foundation.
mhm,
And I'll continue to do that, but definitely looking to add more people to help me get to my goals.
mhm. That's a great biohacking secret right there, honestly, like learning how to just do everything for yourself because the more empowered you are to take that responsibility in your own hands, the better you can deal with all of life's challenges when they're presented to you. So I really admire that, and also being able to create like a wider scale of ways to connect people that you're interacting with the events and with the courses and communities that you're building. So definitely appreciate you sharing all of this. Is there any final words as well that you'd like to share with the audience?
Just here to serve, here to help anyone that needs mentorship, guidance, or wants to become part of our community. You're always welcome to visit the laws of life.shop. And we have membership, but everyone is welcome to come watch our shows for free, wherever in the world, on Zoom or in person.
Thank you so much. It was really great meeting you.
Great meeting you. Thank you so much.
All right, we're good.